Hi, I'm Rob from Salsify, and I am back at the Whiteboard to talk about product experience management, what it is, why it matters, and what a PXM strategy can do for your business. In 2022, 20% of global retail sales were e-commerce. By 2027, Forrester estimates 70% of all retail sales will be digitally influenced. What this means is that whether someone transacts online or not, over half of your business already is being digitally influenced. This means that controlling your presence on the digital shelf, all those product detail pages, all the search rankings on all the search sites, that matters. That controls the future of your brand. What makes this hard to do well is the data and the content. There's 3 different issues that you've got to tackle in order to execute a digital shelf strategy effectively. First is the volume of content. You look at how much data that you need in order to go to market in the year 2023, it's crazy. One of our customers, who's a CPG brand with fairly wide distribution in the United States, looked at releasing one new product to market and found that to get literally just one SKU to market across all of their distribution channels, they had to store 621 unique pieces of data. You look at what a traditional ERP system or a traditional PIM system store on a per product basis, they don't have 621 fields. It's just an enormous amount of data that all of the downstream retailers in aggregate are requiring. Next, there's a variety of data that you need to store, which wasn't really even the case 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you've got a few images for the image gallery, you've got a title, you've got some feature bullets, you've got all the attributes that retailers ask for that drive search and navigation. You're kind of good to go. These days, there's more rich media experiences than ever on the digital shelf. There's all this from the manufacturer section, which helps increase conversion rates. You could see it on Target, you could see it on Walmart, you could see it on Home Depot now, you could see it on Amazon, of course. There's videos. Videos do a great job telling a brand story. This year, I don't know if you noticed this, TV penetration in the United States dropped under 50% for the first time. Television commercials are not driving the brand engagement that they did when I was growing up. These videos on Amazon, for example, or on Walmart, or in any retail channel that will support them, drive your brand story in a way that is increasingly important as people are pulling the plug and advertising in video and other forms is losing its relevance. So all of a sudden you've got this variety of data that's not just attributes and images, but it's inclusive of these experiences that you create that almost look like entire websites that you can inject in other product detail pages, multimedia, other things that are new. There's also a crazy volatility on what the retailers are asking for. Amazon, notorious for doing this, that they will change their product requirements weekly. Last year, they changed their product data requirements over 350 times over the course of the year. It's just an incredible volatility of change. But this is true across retailers. So this is a 4-year-old story, but I'm speaking with a sales rep in home improvement. His company sells washers, fasteners, screws, things like that. And he was telling me that he had just gotten back from Lowe's. And Lowe's, in order to sell a washer, like nuts and bolts and washers, in order to sell a washer, they now require an attribute that is dishwasher safe. So you have to do, it's a Boolean attribute, true or false, is this washer dishwasher safe or not? And the reason that Lowe's is doing it isn't because they just want to collect more data on products. It's because they're analyzing search behavior on Lowe's.com. Consumers, they go to Lowe's.com, they type in data, and a lot of them are searching for dishwasher safe washers because they don't want their washers to rust out. So Lowe's realizes, okay, well, if we make it easier to find dishwasher safe washers, we're going to sell more washers to these people who are searching for them. So then Lowe's starts asking their manufacturers, hey, you want to sell more washers on our site? You got to tell us whether they're dishwasher safe. That'll sell you more washers. So it's that type of little detail multiplied across every single product category, across all the retailers, that causes a crazy amount of data volatility. There's no fixed schema. There's no fixed golden record. There's no fixed taxonomy of data that all the retailers are asking for. It changes over time as consumer search behavior evolves. What a PXM strategy is in its heart an answer to this volume, variety, volatility problem. PXM means that you've got to store all of your content, all these 621 plus attributes, all in one place, all the images, the videos, the enhanced content website experiences. You've got to be able to get that data in front of the shopper or buyer. You've got to connect it out there in the world. If it's in your, just for example, if it's in just a PIM system, kind of what does it matter? It's got to, at some point, it's got to have a mechanism to get from the PIM system on the Amazon product detail page, on the Grainger product detail page, on the Kroger product detail page. So you got to be able to connect it out there. And because of the volume, variety, and volatility, you look at how many data changes have to be made across how many products for how many distribution channels. Human beings just simply cannot do all the work themselves. You've got to be able to automate as much of that as possible in order to be best in class for PXM. So that's what a PXM strategy is. Centralize all your data, get that data out there, but then automate the process, scale it as much as you can for excellence. Now, my view on the way to accomplish this is you need an integrated PXM platform at the heart of the strategy that combines the centralization and content management with the connection, the syndication. And the reason you need that is because without it, you kind of can't automate anything. I'll give you one simple example on how this breaks down, but there's literally hundreds. Let's say that you've got your content in a PIM, whatever PIM that you want. And that content gets exported to a syndication provider, some pure play, and the pure play's goal is to get it out there to a retailer, right? So then it gets it out there to, I don't know, let's just say Kroger. Kroger uses GDSN for a lot of their content onboarding. So let's say that it's Kroger. And great company, right? GDSN enables messages to come back through the system. So some feedback comes back through the system to the syndication provider. The feedback is going to require a data change. How is that brought back in here? Is it connected somehow to a workflow in the PIM system? Is somebody alerted that there's got to be a task to do? You've got to be able to close this loop and then republish and see how it works. Now, I could say, forget whether it's Kroger, let's say that it's Amazon. Anyone who has loaded data in Amazon knows that you can get tickets, you can get rejections that you have to then do something about. Whether it's filing a ticket on Amazon, whether it's updating your content and republishing it, there's different ways to respond. But again, there's this closed loop model where it's not just publish and set it and forget it and move on with your day. The retailers will respond. Home Depot, same thing. Walmart, same thing. Comments and feedback come back through the system and they require you to change the content and then bring it back out. And when you do a layer, when you have two separate technologies for PIM and syndication, the loop doesn't close. What ends up happening is it ends up looking like a one-way street where you export out of the PIM to the syndication, you publish, and you just kind of hope that it all works. And if it doesn't work, then some human manually has to go back and track the whole workflow themselves. And honestly, it just often doesn't get done. So that is one problem with this. And if you build off of that, you say, well, how do you automate responses to comments that come back? You just simply can't do it if these two things aren't tightly integrated. So my view is that in order to succeed with a PXM strategy, you need to have more of an automated solution. So hopefully that's a helpful overview today on what PXM is, the context of the market in which that is, it comes into play, the volume, the variety, the volatility of data changes that are presented to you on the modern digital shelf, and how PXM strategy can help you manage those. So I hope this was useful to you. Leave a comment, and thank you so much.